Have you ever thought of writing your own song or want something original to record? Or maybe you just want to dedicate an original piece to your loved one so that they will feel special because you're the one who made it. Whatever your reason is, if the bottom line is that you want to make your own song, you want to write your own song, then you are at the right place. Hi, my name is Jorly, and I love to write and to sing and to dream. I will share with you how I write my songs. It might help you by getting ideas from how I do it, or you might just want to know how I do it. Before we proceed, kindly like and subscribe and feel free to comment. Writing a song can be tricky to some, but it can be a piece of cake to others, especially if you already have the passion of writing. If you already love writing poems, novels, stories, and so on, there is no doubt that you can also write your own song. The only difference is that you will need to have your own melody. If you're already playing a musical instrument, it can be a piece of cake for you. But if you do not know how to play a musical instrument, it's fine, you can also make your own song. Well, to tell you what, I am not a professional songwriter. I only write songs as my hobby since I already love writing poems and stories. When I started learning how to play the basic chords and musical instrument, I started to get interested in writing songs. Even though I do not have a good voice, a beautiful voice, a golden voice, I believe that singing is something that you can practice, and the more you practice, the more you improve. Songwriters have their own different, unique ways of writing a song. Some starts with lyrics, some starts with melody, some starts with lyrics and melody, and I am both. I start either with lyrics or a melody. With lyrics, since I already love writing poems, I already know some basics on how to write poems, like using a metaphor, personification, choosing a poetic form like free verse or sonnet form, rhyming words, and different terms. Well, my vocabulary is not wide, so a lot of research helped me a lot. If I have a word that I do not want to repeat in a line, I search for it. I search for its synonym. So first step I do is write down. If you get an idea, write it down, because most of the time you will lose it so fast if you do not write them down. And when you write down these ideas, make sure that you will come back to them for you to finish it. Aside from writing poems, I also write stories. And my ideas on my stories usually come from a random ideas that just came into my mind out of nowhere. When I write it down, I can always go back to it if I decide to complete. The fun fact is that there are also times that my ideas came from my dreams. So when I wake up and my dreams is something unforgettable or it feels real that I cannot forget it quickly, I immediately write it down, because at the end of the day, even how unforgettable it is, the moment I wake up, I will still forget it. So whatever you are doing, wherever you are, it is very good for you to bring something with you, something that where you can write on, a little or pocket notebook and pen, or even your phone, because that will really help you keep an idea that just came into your mind, I swear. With melody, what I've mentioned, I start writing a song with lyrics and melody. With melody, since I also play musical instrument like piano, guitar, and ukulele, I can easily get melody from it, especially when I'm playing with piano. If you already know the basic chords family, it will be easy for you to like play random rhythm with your instrument or with your piano. For me, on my end, it's very easy for me to play with my piano. But make sure that when you randomly play your musical instrument is that you will record it. You always have to have your phone with you or any device that can record. When you are in the mood to just play with a musical instrument, you can just, record it and get back to it when you're done playing or when you are in the mood, so that you can review it and that you can finalize it or you can familiarize yourself with the rhythm that you have just made. Well, this always happened to me when I am trying to finish a song. When I did not record a melody, I always forgot it and ended recording nothing. Recording is very useful even if you have no lyrics yet or you still have no right melody, because while you are recording and enjoying it, you might not notice that you have already created a song. If you do not know how to play the musical instrument but still want to make a song, you can ask your friends who know how to play it and play it for you. Or you can look it up on the internet, because there are so many websites now, so many tutorials, so many samples, and so many apps where you can get free music for your song. The third thing that I do is I get inspiration from people around me. I often write songs and I dedicate it to my friends. You know that. I also write a song about a special person in my life, how I'm grateful having them in my life, or a song I express my feelings toward them, or a song describing them or their life. If you really love a person, like your best friend or your mom or your dad or your boyfriend or girlfriend, you can, easily make something from how you feel about them, right? Or you can make a song from a person you hate so much that you can only express your hatred through a song. But do not make it so obvious, okay? You can also write a simple story through a song, which I sometimes do, as I write my song entitled Never Said Hi, if you have already heard it. I woke up that day doing the... It was a story I created out of nowhere. It was a story about a woman who saw someone in front of her house every single day, and that she started to familiarize herself about that person because that person seemed familiar to her, but she decided not to say hi. And at the end of the song or the story, someone was found dead in front of her house, and well, you might want to listen to it so you would understand. So that was a story I created out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere. When I got the full picture of the story, I organized the lyrics and put some melody, and boom, it is now my song. Tari, akala mo naman kung sino song artist talaga. I also have another song entitled Bini Bini, which was a poem I already wrote back years before I made it a song. What I did was I just added some part of the song, some part of the lines, so it will be fit to the melody. So you will really need to do that too. You will have to revise some parts of your lyrics, so when you put a melody, it will fit together. Getting inspiration, there are so many inspiration around us we can get for us to start writing a song. But for me, I usually write down when I am full of emotions, so I pour out my heart into my songs. And when I'm happy, I want to write happy songs, and vice versa. So the fourth thing that I do and that you can do is to study the structure of the song. The basic parts of the song are the intro, which is usually the musical instrument, the verse, which contains more variation and information than the chorus. That's also the reason why it is important in a song, because this is where you will put in the small details of your story. The chorus is the highlight of the song, where the most impressive vocals take place. The bridge, which for me it is the climax of the song, where it can contrast or connect different part of the song. You can learn how this is built by listening to a familiar song and studying the structure of that song. You can look up the lyrics of that song on the internet. But to tell you what, not all songs have all these parts or structures. There are songs that can only have a full verse. There are also songs that can have a verse and chorus only, or it can have more chorus than verses. It's still up to you. How are you gonna structure your own song? That's your song anyway. And lastly, the fifth step that I do is I finalize my song using a different platforms like CapCut, BandLab, or Walkband. It's fine if you do not want to use this platform to finalize or edit your song. You can just directly record your voice on your phone using or with the help of a musical instrument of your choice and upload it to your preferred online platform or send it to your friends. If you have not yet checked my channel's About page, you can see that the first line on my description says, I am into the message. That is the reason why I exert so much effort on my lyrics, because I want my song to be meaningful. Some people write pure music only, no lyrics. Some of them focus more on melody than the lyric. And that's fine. As long as you're using the right notes or keys, you are doing great. To be honest, this is my hiding place. This is my comfort zone. This is where I put all my emotions and memories. That's why I want a song that is full of meaning and essence. We might not be the same. You might have a different approach when it comes to writing a song. Go for it. Write anything that comes into your mind and do it for yourself and for the people you love. To end this video, I just saw somewhere here on YouTube that said, dance as if no one's watching, sing as if no one's listening. Huwag mo silang pansinin. Gawin mo kung anong gusto mong gawin. And that's it. I hope I have helped you a lot and I have give you few things, few tips and ideas how you can also start writing your own songs. Kasi if you can't sing their song, then write your own. Awkward na ako sa sarili ko. Dami ko namang sinabi. Can you hear that, dog? Tsaka siya tumahol nung nagre-record ako. Diba? Ang galing. Diba? Tahol. Tahol lang ng tahol. Ingay ng mga dumadang tricycle eh. Tsaka nung aso. May pusa pa. Saan ba ako? Time check, it's already 11:28 p.m. and there's still a lot like that. Meron kasi akong script. Siyempre, hindi ko to kaya ng dire-diretso nung ay nako, sasakyan. Well, ulit. I already know some basics on how to write poems. Tik-tik naman. Pasensya na. Ang tagla mo wala. A song is to study